is Life, Liberty, and Levin. I want to thank you for joining us. I think this is an incredibly important show. We're going to dismantle the Hunter Biden case. We're also going to dismantle what's been done to Donald Trump. We're also going to look into foreign policy. But before we do, I really believe in fate, and I believe God gives us a path to follow, and hopefully we can find that path and follow it. And some people do. Some people are athletes. Some people are professors. Some people make sure we're fed. They're farmers. They're truck drivers. You name it. For me, the path apparently is this. What's this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I spend my weekends and my nights and early mornings doing this. Getting these bags under my eyes. I don't sleep a lot. I just don't. Things worry me. Things concern me. My wife will tell you that. I have a pad next to my bed. I take notes about certain things that are going on in the country. I am a voracious reader of mostly history. I'm trying to figure out what's taking place, who's responsible for what. And that's all well and good, but if I can't communicate that to you, if I don't have a platform like this or radio or books, then really it's all very interesting, but what's the point? So I try to convey it to you in as many ways I possibly can, here, on the airwaves, and especially through books. There's a book I've just completed, a project that's taken me really about 16 months, but the writing's been about 12 months, morning, noon, and night, between other responsibilities. And I said, we have to come to grips with something here, you and I. And that is, yes, American Marxism. But who's responsible for this? It doesn't just happen. Professors, yes. Ideologues, yes. Activists, yes. It's the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party has never accepted America from its birth to today. The Democrat Party was obviously in charge of the Confederacy. Jefferson Davis was a Democrat. Most of the generals were Democrats. After the Civil War, the Democrat Party formed a group called the Ku Klux Klan. One of their generals did. Ulysses S. Grant, a Republican president, sent the army down there to put down the Klan, was quite successful until the Democrats took the House the next election cycle, and he couldn't get the support to do it again. Then we have a period of segregation all the way into Plessy versus Ferguson, where you have a private rail company in Louisiana that wants to allow blacks to ride with whites. And who said no? The Democrat Party. Separate but equal, the Democrat Party. Segregated schools, the Democrat Party. Jim Crow, literacy tests, poll taxes, the Democrat Party. And I could go on and on. But today, the Democrat Party, it's a very chameleon-like party, has sort of switched positions. Now it's a party of American Marxism. And it's doing grave damage to this country. So I thought it was time not just to call them out as we do here all the time on Fox, but to do so in a way that is scholarly, substantive, and brutal. Because if we are going to save this country, and I truly mean it, the Democrat Party must not just be defeated, it must be obliterated. Is that provocative? No, they're provocative.
Praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. He was saying how much the Democrat had destroyed blacks in this country, which I think not only the Democrat, but Republicans too, both parties, all parties have destroyed the so-called children of Israel in this country. So today, I wanted to read Psalms 83, and it says, we'll start at, let's start at 5. Psalms 83 and 5. We'll start at 3. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. The hidden ones are the children of Israel. They are the hidden ones, so-called lost people, who, was given another identity. Okay, so this is why they are called the hidden ones. Okay, because they're lost and had their identity stripped from us, and another identity of our word put on us. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. You see that? So, this is why the so-called blacks, Native American Indians, and Latinos are going by other names now, and are in the conditions that they're in because of these democratic parties and the systems that's set up in America to keep the so-called children of Israel lost. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. You see that? So these people are confederate against the children of Israel, right? And the scriptures is real, because this is so true. It says the tabernacle of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Jebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, as Sir also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. So these nations have taken crafty counsel to keep the so-called children of Israel in a deep sleep, right? So these people have formed systems and have formed things to keep us unaware of what's really going on. So what the man was saying earlier about the Democrats, it's with all of them. They blaming each other, but it's all of them. All of them have taken crafty counsel against the children of Israel, and all of them have to pay for what they did when the Most High come back. You see? So the Most High promises is not slack. You see? So since they did what they did to the children of Israel, formed a KKK and, did all they killing and, all their wickedness to us, they have to be paid back for that in these last days. Okay? And their children are here to pay back for what their forefathers did. So let's go to the book of, let's go to the book of Amos. Actually, we can go to let's go to Amos. The book of Obadiah. It says, this is Obadiah 1 and 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of their